was so excited about everyone coming back.
Barry, for you, what did you make of, it's just a meal of our role. It's like, it's Shakespearean and Gothic, and he is so flawed, but, and again, maybe just me, but I found myself kind of rooting for Oliver.
Well, thank you. Not many do, but no, I met with Emerald to chat about it. I mean, I think she wrote it with my mind. I think, yeah. Is that what you said? I don't know. That's what I was told, anyways. But no, when I read it, it was like, I mean, it was just, yeah, I couldn't put it away. It was, you know, it's a proper showcase for an actor. So
Yeah. When someone says, this was written with you in mind, and it's a devious, almost sociopathic character, what do you say?
I mean, no pressure, isn't it?
Did you, let's settle this now, did you write it with Barry in mind?
I did.
It was better than that. I didn't write it with Barry in mind, but once I finished it and we went to casting, there was no one but Barry who could do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was actually a higher level of difficulty because, yeah, it could have been anyone in the world, but it had to be him.
I mean, your whole ensemble is flawless. Rosamund Pike and Richard E. Grant, but also Alison Oliver, who's never been in a movie before. Yeah. Incredible. How did you sort of go about rounding out this ensemble? Because it's a very specific tone in the film.
I think honestly, it's just like who's willing to audition the most. It's just. Look, it's the people. Every single person in this movie. We're excited because we haven't seen each other, but truly, every single person in this movie is a genius, like beyond. And it's also, for me, it's about meeting them and the connection, just the connection with the material as well. I want to get under it, I want to get into it, I want to meet people and sit down and know we're going to kind of have a real conversation and we're not going to pussyfoot around each other. We're going to get under the skin of something. And so that's what everyone in this just did. You know, they're just so talented, and it's a chemistry thing too. Everyone's chemistry, everyone's charisma is very unique, very different. Everyone's performance style is different and unique, and that, you know, it's about building, yeah, it's about all of them and working with them and seeing how to like put them in a room together and just let them tear each other apart.
I am curious about that because the chemistry in this movie, and I don't just mean, you know, like with two characters, it's everybody is so flawless and electric. And I don't know if there's like, you know, some like club in Britain where you all hang out and you know each other, or
So how's?
I knew there was a secret club. But were you able to meet and spend any time together and sort of build that bond?
Emerald had set up a really good rehearsal sort of space for us. We had 2 weeks of kind of intensive everyday block rehearsals for different parts of the film, and that was for me that was the first time that we all kind of just laid around in a room, and she gave us permission to actually, you know, talk about the depth of the film as opposed to just getting there and shooting. And, you know, we got to talk about what it was about and got to know each other, and we had a great movement coach. And she does a really great thing as well where we do the read through, she listens to how we're doing it, then we do those rehearsals and we kind of play around with it and talk about it, and then Emerald kind of goes away and maybe rewrites or adds or tweaks things depending on what we find in the room. And I think that's kind of about Emerald, as well as being an incredible actor, being a really brilliant director and actor, because she knows that thing that happens sometimes when actors get in a room and something different comes, you don't know what to expect. And there were so many moments that weren't in the script that were born out of some of those rehearsals that came later, so many scenes that were definitely not in the script when we initially read them, and then we ended up jumping into them and them making sense because we found them together, and it gives you a sense of ownership. It's lovely.
At the same time, when you get on set, is there room for improvisation, or do you just want to shoot? You probably didn't have much time because I think this is an independent budget.
Yes, there's always time. There's always time to improvise. I prefer to do it getting into scenes and leaving scenes, because it sort of relaxes everyone, and then you end up using it. I think once you get into the like nitty gritty of the scene, it tends to be it's so much about pacing and kind of, you don't want things, sometimes it can get a bit like blabby if there's too much improvisation. But,
They're doing some space
it
work
gets
up
like
there.
this.
It's so far down, I'm like, Jesus. I wish I was Jacob Elordi.
I was just gonna say, it's not for Jacob, he's just like,
It's difficult.
Coffee up from the floor.
I think, and also these guys are all gifted comedians. Like, that's the other thing, that it's really hard to give like comic performances like these guys do. Like, some of the stuff in there is just all there.
Barry, can I ask a little bit about your preparation? Because when I look at